Tuning in to the online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Rihanna, Chris Brown.
Because where there's smoke, there's always fire.
Who?
Where there's smoke, there's always fire.
Come on, Barbara Walters. That's her favorite. Where there's smoke, there's always fire.
No, I said, what up, AfterBuzz? It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy here in studio for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, AfterBuzz TV of Potomac. Sorry, this episode was so boring, y'all.
We're just dancing.
And we're talking about Beyonce and Jay-Z as we were coming in, so you guys weren't confused by the conversation, but rumors are spreading and swirling.
Fast. She got
pregnancy,
drunk at
divorce,
Kelly's
and
party.
She got what?
Kelly's party was February 20th at the Sunset Tower. We'll talk when we're done.
Yes. She got what? Supposedly she got drunk and really just went off about Jay-Z and how she was getting a divorce and took her ring off.
Yeah.
Boom, but that's for another show. Check out Black Hollywood Live if you want some more of that tea.
We'll talk about it.
But anyways, I'm joined in studio. I am DJ Jesse Janedy here in studio with my favorite ladies because I missed y'all. We didn't have you last week.
It feels like so long.
Because of Oscar So White.
I see you every other day.
Right. Courtney Stewart.
What's up, y'all?
Miss Pink English.
Hello, lovers.
And Miss Char Johnson.
Hey, everybody.
Coming in strong with the Beach Boys right there.
I know, right?
This is my suggestion.
But I love them.
This is my suggestion because it was appropriate for the episode, right?
I actually like the Beach Boys a lot.
Me too.
I guess. Girl.
Well, for you, what's his name's going on tour with them, or he been on tour? John Stamos.
I'm not trying to see them now, but
apparently they're really tech savvy.
Oh
they be FaceTiming with people.
Speaking of John Stamos,
he is so
about
fine.
him and Regina Hall.
Forget
no,
his
but
belly
fine.
button though, bitch.
Hey, what's wrong with his belly button? What's wrong with his belly button?
The reason why he sold his soul to the devil to look that good, and that's what happened.
What's wrong with his belly
bitch? First off, it's up here. Second of all, it looked like where the worm comes out of Beetlejuice.
Anyway, I heard that him and Regina Hall were going. You know, Brenda from Scary Movie, Shakespeare in Love.
I like him a lot.
Heard that they were together.
He's been doing all the media for Fuller House, and I'm like, dang, he looks good.
Have you all watched Fuller House?
I love it.
I watched the first episode.
I've heard mixed reviews,
but it's cheesy like the show was. Full House was cheesy,
just like Real Housewives of Potomac.
Let's get into
Let's talk about it.
So Katie, Giselle, Ashley, and Robin meet up for that lunch to talk about the Rost Foundation.
Katie is stupid.
Yeah. So she meets up with them. She basically is, Ashley's talking about this beach trip that she wants to invite. Find out there's only 5 rooms, which cause some trouble later down the line. Katie's talking about her foundation, which Karen said, I'm sorry.
Sorry, boo. I'm busy.
After I heard that you have nothing planned, I'm not going to be joining you.
I can't. I'm already occupied.
Giselle had put the offer out that she would be down to help.
She'd be on the committee.
Sits down with Giselle. Robin comes and sits down, not knowing why. She's really at this lunch. And Katie kind of throws it on her. Hey, you're in marketing and sales. I'd love for you to help my foundation out. And Robin was like, okay, when's the event? In 2 weeks.
Excuse me?
That's
and I need
$100,000.
Did you take offense to, was it more Robin or Katie? Katie says to Robin,
Katie.
Well, okay, Robin. Oh, Robin says to Katie, look, if I'll help you, but if the event don't go well, don't blame it on me.
Amen.
And Katie says, well, you guys don't have to be a part of it then.
Katie
won't.
Because the thing is, Katie's not giving any direction. She's coming last minute. She wants all this money, but you just want to take credit. She's more obsessed with the title. My family has put me on as the host, but she doesn't know what it takes to do the work.
It's actual work that you have to put in, and you cannot do a charity event, number one, in 2 weeks.
And
that
she
you're
doesn't
trying to raise
even have
$100,000.
She's like, I'm thinking online.
She doesn't have a venue, a theme, an idea, or a clue.
Or
She's
money.
Gone.
Or hasn't invited anyone.
No.
Oh my God.
2 weeks you haven't invited? They ain't
But
going.
you know what?
No.
Any excuse is better than none, because the way that she could do it is she could invite people, but then it all falls into Robin's lap because you were in charge of so and so and so.
And that's why Robin was like, don't blame me.
No, thank you.
Well, they weren't really no thank you. They were like, look, girl, we want to help you. It was more Katie being like, oh, I'm defensive. My thing
is, if you come to me and say, Char, I would like your help with something, and I tell you, well, Jesse, I don't know, and then you say, fine, well, then I don't need you at all, then my answer is going to be, okay.
Because the thing is,
well, check, please. Like, I'm not about to argue with you or beg you to be a part of something that you need me for.
Exactly. Which you vocally said, I really need I need people on my committee.
And when they started to ask questions, it was like, no, okay, never mind, forget it.
Exactly. Because you sound like it sounds fraudulent.
Because she doesn't know what she's doing, and she's on something.
Did you get tea?
Is that the apple spice one?
Oh my God, it's delicious.
Really? I wasn't a fan of it.
I love it.
So
it tastes like the holidays.
Ooh, P.S. If you guys are out there purchasing the Lipton lemon tea,
I saw the video.
Or the green tea.
They said that there are maggots in the tea bags, guys.
I
saw the
don't buy
video.
Lipton, so I don't know.
Just the FYI.
I used to live by Lipton, but this tastes like the holidays, but it's oddly refreshing.
Very holiday.
Can we get the live feed, by the way?
We see Ashley really quickly with her stylist friend. She's kind of just talking about how she's nervous. Well, he had like 4 titles.
So she hired that black girl.
Yeah, she hired the black girl, and she had the other dude.
Yep. She's nervous. She feels like a freshman.
I agreed with that. Like, she is the freshman that they are definitely hazing. Like,
yes, sorority style.
Yeah, straight up.
Allegedly.
And she's like going out and beyond because every event has been hers.
Yeah, it really has.
It really has.
And they all keep going.
Yeah.
And they're fun for the most part, besides the birthday.
The birthday was fun for Katie.
Yeah.
So everything has been hers except for Charisse's crab boil and Karen Huga's birthday celebration, right?
Yeah. So she's having events and showing her houses and doing her thing.
It's my boss.
Char's very, very famous.
So speaking of the crab boil, I got to sit with Miss Charisse over on Black Hollywood Live. Check that tea. So it was really interesting because I didn't know how to take it. Katie fell out of the interview. She didn't end up doing it. They called me the night before, said she wasn't going to be sitting in. And then I felt like they were trying to get out of the interview. And I was like, oh, no. So, girl, y'all, I came here at 9:30 in the morning to sit with Miss Charisse and have some morning tea. And she kept it real cute, real PR. You gotta check the interview out. But she threw her little
shade,
her bits of her truth.
A little bit of information.
Bits of truth. I really started off with the crab boil.
Okay.
Because I said to her, she reminds me of a friend of mine. And I've been saying, I feel like Charisse could be cool, but I felt like she was putting on a front. She said, really? No. She said, you know what? I did put a little bit of front on, but it wasn't the crab boil. She was surprised that I thought that was the front. She said to me, actually, I felt like Giselle had the front. She said...
And we even speculated about that.
She said Giselle would never bring some random person to my house. That man was random as hell. I never asked for his help with the hair. He randomly came to me, told me my hair needed help. When I specifically asked him to stay downstairs, she was like, Jesse, I'm cool. She was like, I'm cool if you know what I mean? You cooking downstairs and you making some noise. She was like, it was ridiculous.
Like
she was like, it literally got to a point where
it seems like
that
through the TV though. They were opening drawers, shuffling, barbecue skewers.
I just felt like they were already drunk and that Charisse was also drinking, and so that's why her reaction seemed like unnecessary. Like, and mostly because her reaction would have been cool if she was like, what the hell are y'all doing down there? But she kept being like, they're so ghetto. Like, don't let them in my house. I will never let these ghetto people. That's what made it like an issue, because if she had just been like, what the y'all doing?
Well, she also made it seem like the cameras hyped it up a little bit, because she was like, I wasn't threatened by him. She was like, he went like this, and then of course Karen. She was like, so I can understand
Karen
how it would come across.
Karen is here for season 2. That's what Karen's doing. Okay, let's be real clear.
Yes, honey.
Karen's like, I need a season 2, so I'm about to just.
So then
she got a new one.
She needs new eyebrows too.
This episode, she had a new one in the confessional. It was bone straight.
Yeah.
You talking about in the pink dress?
In the red dress.
No, we've seen that before.
Yeah, we've seen that
before.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about when she was at the beach house. I was like, girl.
She needs new eyebrows. She needs to let
She needs new eyebrows.
Back
she needs to fill them back in.
Yeah.
She needs a little bit more hair. She needs to talk to you because your shit is tight and hers is not.
Well, you know, I also don't have the problems of a 5 head. I have a standard forehead, and I have edges.
You got a standard forehead.
And that's no shade. I do have edges and a standard forehead, so I wouldn't know how to advise her.
But you know, now they have those lace fronts with the fake edges around it.
I never worked with those.
Maybe you can learn to make her one and send it to her.
No, No, this is not like to dig at Karen, but I want her to win, and that forehead and the vein and the hair being back here.
Well, Charisse, Karen too old to care about that. She's too old and rich.
She does care.
She cares a lot.
And what I noticed about her brows is having a background in cosmetics. She's supposed to do short hair-like strokes. It seems like she just draws.
Oh. And they're too thin.
If you don't have eyebrows, you got to do like feathery with your pomade or your pencil.
Hair.
Right, and then you brush your hair to blend it with the pigment, and boom. Okay. But the last thing you do is pick up a pencil or some pomade or some brow powder and draw.
Sure, you got to give these kids some YouTube
tutorials. And you don't draw no McDonald's arches, because she's like straight.
Yes, it's horrible.
She got the McDonald's brows. What else? So Charisse also said that I brought up Katie and Andrew, and she said that she just hopes that Katie would, take her time. And then, but the coolest thing out of it actually was talking about her daughter. Her daughter created or figured out how to use bacteria to pull magnets out of
something?
Shit. Like, I don't know how.
I must have missed that part.
But basically, basically what she did could actually help like Flint and pull. Oh, that's what it is. It can help pull lead.
Impurities.
Gotcha. I got you.
And she did this with like bacteria and stuff. I'm like, how old is your daughter? It was that was like awesome. The most incredible part of the whole conversation.
Girl, help Flint, because they need it, y'all. Because y'all, oof.
Well, they need to start showing more of her daughter than Karen's daughter.
Yeah.
But Karen's daughter was cute.
No, she's cute, but we need some substance. We need people that know how to pull bacteria out of stuff.
Well, she also said her kids didn't want to really be a part of it at first, and now they're like, hey, when's season 2
just like every kid. Cute. We have the cute void filled with Giselle's 3 daughters. Those girls are adorable.
Yes, they are cute.
I need to see them in a movie. They're so personable.
They're adorable.
All right, so then we see Katie and Andrew, and she's telling them that she's turned off by the girls for not helping her. And Andrew basically jokes around saying, well, look, you're going to go on this trip, and I'm changing the house back to
my house.
I don't understand their relationship. And then when we get further into the episode and the Russell Simmons thing and all that, I'm like, Katie, you just continually looking more and more crazy as we go along. And I was kind of like, oh, Katie's fun and cool. But now I'm kind of like, Katie, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. Karen looks at Ashley as a charity work, and
which is hilarious. She keeps being like, I will be your mentor and I'm gonna help her and let her see the way.
I feel like a mentor would have gone to the beach house in advance. If you're so like stressed about how
it's gonna
etiquette is and how the event's gonna go and all that, like.
But she had a smart, like, once she like explained like, okay, this is why I decided these girls should be in the room together and these girls, and then you guys get your separate rooms. And Karen was like, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I was like, cool. But then when you get there and you actually see it, and Karen was like, oh my god, my room is fantastic. You're 5. You're not being the mentor.
Yeah, but to me, Giselle would have been doing the same thing.
Giselle was also 5.
Yeah, they were all acting immature.
It's not that deep. It made me like
silly.
Robin.
Yeah, exactly. It was silly that you guys were acting this way, and this is someone who invited you to their home. Yeah. Like, you guys you're blatantly being disrespectful to the chef. You're being disrespectful to their home.
Even though the chef should not.
Hold on, wait.
No, that was horrible.
Ashley picks Karen up.
Yes.
And Karen's just shocked that she's going to have to ride in this drop top with a dog in the car.
I get the drop top thing. Nobody wants their hair blown all over the place. But it has a top.
Just ask her to put
it up. Down with the radio.
She was probably jealous that Ashley has a beautiful
and that Ashley can ride with the top down and not worry about her wig blowing off.
Exactly. Or her eyebrows.
She has all on her head and her brows.
If your wig is pinned down right, you can go to Six Flags.
Honey, call it 1965. Get your scarf tied around your neck and
ride. God. You know what visual I just got from that?
That's really cute.
Waiting to Exhale, the first 5 minutes with Savannah.
You tie it up and you
the
ride.
men in Denver are done, or whatever she said.
It works. Just do it.
I love the shade.
If your wig is pinned on right, seriously, you can go to Six Flags and there will be no sweat on your brow.
But I think hers is like an issue of like this.
Yeah, me too.
She don't want the blowback.
Naomi Campbell size.
Thank you, Katie. She said, "Where's the dog going to sit, bitch? Have you ever had a dog before? It don't sit anywhere with you. Like it's in the fucking bag." So Karen threw some shade at Ashley when Ashley was like, "Oh, you should totally bring your daughter around more." She was like,
I don't think that was shade though.
It was a little shade.
I don't think it was shade. Like, I don't want my 17-year-old daughter hanging out with a 26-year-old woman.
Well, there's certain 26-year-old women I wouldn't mind her hanging out
That's
with.
talking about her vagina's bleeding on her dress.
Like
Not
what?
bleeding, sweating.
Coochie
I'm
stain.
sorry, her coochie is sweating on her
Cootie
dress.
is- What?
That's why I had the
Okay.
same reaction that Robin
Please
had.
don't act like you ain't not, bitch. I've been to Six
Robin was
Flags,
like,
waiting in
why?
line and seen some cootie stains.
No,
in line from
absolutely.
it.
But
Oh, okay.
I am of course, everyone's cootie sweats. Let's not.
We
talk
all
about that.
have it, but
Our
you're not like,
cooties-
oh my God, I forgot.
Yes. Especially, you know
I'm
what
not
it
about
is?
to talk about my cootie sweating.
Especially
I would
when
be
you
like,
have
I
a
would
fresh
change my
wax.
dress
yes,
and
and be
move
like
along.
swamp crotch in full effect.
Or you
let me
do it.
go.
I don't know. Like I could picture
Figure
it with
this
like
out.
more comfortable people to say it around, but like you don't even know Robin
Not
like
with
that.
cameras.
She doesn't.
Okay,
She doesn't
I'm not
care.
about to
But
do
it,
with
it makes
cameras.
for good TV. But we all know that when you get that fresh wax, that there is going to
Yes,
be
the curtains,
some perspiration.
sweat, okay, you just
There
got
is
it
gonna be
ripped off. You're not wearing no chonies. You like, oh.
But you'd rather it be hairless than because hair attracts odor. I mean, can we keep it real with the TV Potomac family? I can't. It does.
not
so when
all. I mean, because some people keep a little straight.
that is true, but
You know what
I'm
I'm
saying
saying?
if
Like,
you got
a
enough
forest.
vagina talk.
if you have a fro,
if you have a fro.
if you like your baby hair with baby hair and afro downstairs, then you know.
You got puffs. That's a problem.
If you got puffs, you got some problems.
Oh my God.
All right. So Karen says that Raven's too impressionable. So then we get to she asks
agree.
about the room assignments. So Ashley said, "Well, I'm gonna put you in a single room. Karen being the oldest, fair. She's gonna go in a
Plus, who
single
wants to
room.
share a room with Karen?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Good Lord.
Ashley gonna stay in her own room, and Katie will get her own room because Giselle and Robin are best friends, so they can share a room.
Makes
and then
sense.
Charisse brought Bernie. So
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand. But
why she came?
like, why is she always around?
She was supposed to be
She
a
was-
guest. She was
yeah.
supposed to be one of the.
What's her
on the
name
show.
again? I keep wanting to call her Gail King.
Isn't it
Brene.
Brene?
Brene. It's Brene.
Brene or
Brene.
Brene?
It's Brene.
Brane.
I'm sorry. Spell that.
Brynee,
yeah.
I think. Brene. I call her Gail King, but
Okay.
Caitlin keeps yelling at me saying Charno with everything I say. But yeah, she was originally, according to the Twitterverse that you all have tweeted me, I don't know how actual and factual this is, but I was telling Jesse, Brene, aka Gail King, was supposed to be a part of the cast, but she had some legal troubles that Bravo didn't want to put up with. This is all being alleged.
Is she
had some-
violent? Like she couldn't get insured?
I don't know. There was something that
Like
happened.
she owes a lot of. Like she did some
No.
fraudulent activity.
That, I
what
heard.
I
I
read.
heard criminality.
Well, criminal fraudulent activity.
I
Fake
assumed-
checks and shit.
I
like-
assumed
She's
Some
an insurance
body-
liability, so they were like, no.
Yeah.
Well, she was a liability. I can't imagine her not being on the show. I mean, all right. So
Not with no CIA, IRS type of stuff.
But you know, people
Mr.
will still
Paulo.
do it. People will still have the feds hot on their ass and
And be like, oh,
Look
I'm
at
gonna be on
Apollo.
TV.
Yep.
Look
Yeah.
at Apollo.
Mid DCs,
Idiot.
Frida.
Big Frida.
Don't talk about Big
Oh my
Frida.
God! She
But I
has
mean, it's what it
IRS
is,
on her?
though.
I don't
I
know
mean-
about that.
Yeah, because of
Something
food
with
stamps.
section
No,
8.
Section 8. She had Section 8 housing.
But they
and she
didn't
was
start.
still
They didn't
making
start
checks.
looking
Till the
into
Beyonce
her
check.
until Formation. Till she got that B check.
That's why I ain't trying to work for MTV.
You best to believe it. What? Oh, you have a sordid history. Is that what you're telling us, Jesse?
No, girl, but I could put some tea on some other things. just
Renee
kidding.
caught a felony? Oh.
See, Olivia Benson. You would know Law and Order SVU.
Let us know, honey.
So apparently, Cherie said she came on the show originally as
she was the
talent-
casting director.
Casting, yeah, that's what she said.
I don't believe that.
No.
I don't buy it either.
You ain't gonna
I didn't even buy it
transition
when she said
from
it.
talent director
She
to
brought
castmate.
Giselle.
They were like, oh my God, you're so
she
great, we
casted
need you.
herself, basically.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah. I saw that portion of the interview. I was like, girl, bye.
She got disbarred in a fraud case. She was an attorney.
Oh my God, she got disbarred.
Well, that's some deep stuff.
Phaedra.
That Phaedra ain't never been disbarred, huh?
She ain't disbarred, not yet.
That's crazy.
What did you guys think about the ride where they started talking about fucking Bill Cosby, T.I. Pharrell?
I thought it was cute.
No, Bill
That's it.
Clinton.
Bill
Oh, Bill
Clinton.
Clinton.
I
Not
missed
Bill
all of
Cosby.
that. So what happened?
No, they were like, who would you like, or who would you rather, or who would
Would
you
you rather-
marry, fuck,
Oh,
kill,
type
or
thing.
whatever?
Kiss or
And they were like,
something.
Bill Clinton. Everybody's like, I'd fuck him. I think he had my panties on his head. I was like, really?
No.
But they're a different age group than so perhaps
I guess,
there's something
girl,
about
whatever
Bill
gets your
Clinton.
kitty quick.
And then they said T.I., and I did kind of be like, I kind of would have been there. Cause,
No, I'm not
what's
here
his
for
name?
Tip. I'm not here for Clifford Harris.
I heard he has
always
one ball.
here for Clifford. It doesn't matter.
Wait, what, Jesse?
It's his voice.
He has what?
One ball.
There are plenty of light-skinned men running around Atlanta with that
his
same.
voice.
With
It's just
one
his
ball?
voice.
No, with the
I'm not
accent,
thinking about
with
his
the
voice.
voice.
Oh,
His
no,
voice.
his voice
No.
is fantastic.
His voice is fantastic.
He has a great voice, but I feel like
Yeah.
he would have sex with you and use too many big words, and it's like you don't even.
He wouldn't use big words. He's country as fuck.
No,
He'd be
ever since he
like,
got out of that stint
"Thank
with
you."
jail, he has been on thesaurus.com and using his vocabulary bank to its fullest.
I love my hometown
You know, baby, the
Negro
way your
tip. We could
clitoris
do
rubs
that,
against
but
my-
you with Tiny, so I'm gonna let that go.
And they're
Right.
expecting another child.
Oh, that's
No.
Yeah, Tiny's pregnant.
So Katie talks about breaking up with Russell, and
was
that tea was
hilarious.
too much tea.
That
was
made her
great.
want to pull her freaking wig
She
off.
was
She got
upset.
so mad.
She was. And how you?
But
gonna
why are
be
you
mad?
talking about
Thank
it?
you.
Why would you tell
Saying,
these
"Oh, I
girls
used to
I wrote a
blog."
blog"? They're going to pull it up.
I would Google the blog.
Me too.
In the car.
And
Like,
I-
instantly.
because you talked about it.
I
Thank you.
feel
Now
like
you
you're
caught
sharing
an
it.
attitude.
An attitude like,
I can't
I'ma
believe
pull my
these
car
chicks-
over.
Yes.
and get out the car.
I
How
feel like the
dare
sole
you.
purpose of you sharing it is so we can look it
Look
up.
at the blog.
Without being obvious, like, girl, go check out my
Yeah.
blog.
But I think because Giselle read it, it made her feel some
She
type
got
of
an
way.
Why
About
in your
it.
blog are you talking shit about yourself? You're like, and when Russell came home with Julie, they looked at me like I was a loser with my Ben and Jerry's sitting on the cot in the living room
Well-
like a loser third wheel.
I
And they
would
ran
too.
up the
It was
marble stairs
fantastic.
as they closed the marble door.
I thought it was hilarious.
Laughed and giggled themselves to
And
sleep.
according to the Inquisitor.com,
Oh.
Katie, one of her blog posts quoted, I guess, referring to Julie as a white, stringy-haired bitch.
But bitch, you still got Russell on
And
speed dial.
Julie replied back and said, "Bitch, get your own man." And the tables turned.
But what I don't understand is if your family is prominent and they have all these
Why
things,
you wrote a blog?
why are you staying in a man's house who has a girlfriend there? What did
My
you
pride
have?
wouldn't
Did
let
you
me.
have nowhere to go?
My
I would've
pride,
at
my
least-
pocket, my family.
I at least would have hit him and
Like,
left.
I think
like,
it's-
I'm
My
not gonna
pride would've
stay
left me.
there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stay
let
the
me.
night.
So
There
like you
would've-
wake
that
up
house-
and like you and Julie like cooking breakfast in the
yeah,
morning.
I'm like that house would have been turned upside down. It would have been set on fire.
Okay.
Somebody
Something.
would have had to leave.
Something.
There's no way they would have been
I would not have
giggling.
written a blog about it.
No.
Like, oh my
No.
God, I felt like such a loser.
No, you're not about to giggle about me, baby.
bye.
It don't work
Bye.
that way.
And
she's
he's a savage for that. Russell, I thought you were all zen and all vegan and
That's
stuff.
why he is now.
Well, that's
You were
weird.
Jesus in
a
him.
legitimate
well,
savage
just
for
because you're
that.
zen and vegan and you're,
Don't mean you can't
Don't
be
mean
stupid.
you got catty on the inside.
don't mean
huh?
you ain't.
That is true, but I just don't get that from Uncle Russie.
Not now.
Girl, look
This
how
was
many
at
girls
least
he's
10
ran
years
through.
ago.
Yeah, he's still running. Well,
This was
Yeah.
at least 10 years
quiet.
ago.
He still runs through these shit.
And it
Like
amazes me how
ladies.
cool they all are with them. Like
Like
Cynthia.
Kimora.
But if you, but Kamara's cool with him. Like
They
we
have
cool
kids,
now, and we got kids. But now
Business.
she divorced him
Yeah.
and like on. But like,
And
if,
Kimora stayed with
but
a
if
rich
you're
baby
22
daddy.
years old and you know what you're getting into, and you're not trying to get married, like this ain't trying to be your man. Like, why is it?
They
It's
said
not
Katie
an
couldn't
issue.
leave because she only had $19.51 on her rush card.
Oh, well, she need to go.
That's
Shout
what
out to Patrick Keane.
Not that rush card.
She
And
couldn't
the
even get
gag
that
is,
money off
She
there.
couldn't even access it because it backfired.
Oh gosh.
I can't. All right,
that
so
was too much.
when the girls all get to the
That was a
house,
good one.
Ashley shows Karen her room, and I was actually surprised
It was
that
a nice
Karen
room.
liked it. But what got me more is that Karen was cool with the dog jumping all up on the
On
bed.
the bed.
And wiping
Because
his
some
head.
people are freaks
I
about
would-
that
I'm
shit.
a freak about that.
See, I
I would
personally
freak about it,
don't
and
No, we
I
talked
have
about
dogs,
this.
and I
You
would
can't
freak
sit
about
on
it.
my bed.
But it wasn't
You
even like the
can't
dog was like
do
just
nothing
sitting
on
there.
my
The dog
bed.
was like,
Yeah, rubbing his head. Yes.
And
My mom
I
would
have
lose
a
her
dog,
shit.
and I would have picked my dog up like, no, get off the bed. Like,
Yeah.
no, that's somebody else's. No,
Absolutely
no.
disgusting.
That's where my fresh showered body has to lay.
Yes, no.
the
I
chef.
No. now.
You coming in bringing outside on it.
What did they cook?
Girl, first of all,
What did they cook?
the chef
What was it?
The chef looked like the bitch that made the chocolate cake from Matilda.
When they walked in, I said, "What are they about to make?" And I know not to judge a book by its cover, but I was like, I don't understand what
that
is
looked like
going
Michael's
on.
great aunt.
Yes,
I was
it
just
did.
looking at the plate, like I don't even know what is on there. Are there nachos and then soup? Like I didn't.
It looked like
know.
sushi with like guacamole.
I had
on it.
no idea what was happening on that plate, so I couldn't get with that. And then she was like, "Here you go. Can you pay my bills right now? Thank you." Who does that?
That was rude as fuck. Ashley's stepchildren are like 3 years younger than her, 21 and 23.
Jesus.
It happens.
Katie
I have a
expresses
friend like that. Well,
What?
not like that. Everybody's 10 years apart. She's my age, so she's 28. Her husband's 38, and she has an 18-year-old stepson.
I mean, that's
I understand. It
kind of a
happens.
balanced situation.
Especially if you date older.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Everyone. Katie expresses to everyone that she was hurt by Giselle, reading the blog, and Giselle acknowged that she
It was like, okay, girl, I guess.
My bad. But you brought it up.
How do y'all feel though about I guess if they're husband and wife, Ashley talked about for the past 4 years, her and Michael have been using the pull-out method.
Do that.
And that's been working for them.
Hey.
So for 4 years, he has just been busting by her.
Ashley's very candid.
But you know what's crazy is the fact that the
You've been jacking
women
off
that
for
are
4
trying
years?
to tell her what to do aren't married. So your man ain't with you anymore. She's got a man and he's still there.
He's still there and he's fine with it.
And he's fine with it. So leave her alone. If he likes to be jacked off, do whatever it takes.
And maybe he don't want a baby either, so he
He
jack
has
me off.
kids.
honey.
He is
Jack
near
me
the
off.
sunset
He has
of his
kids.
life.
Yeah.
And he already has his kid situation.
And he's been married.
So.
His other wife probably didn't jack him off. You see where that got him.
Yeah.
So hey, look, jack me off.
And she
So
might,
I'm gonna
like
her
it in her mouth.
too. Was she saying that he prefers hand jobs or something?
I don't think she was saying he prefers it, but that's how she finishes him so that they don't have to worry about birth control methods. And a
she
lot
said
of people don't like condoms.
He
Like,
must never be off the henny, ready to risk it all, because that's an ongoing joke on the
control,
internet. That is some real willpower.
Hey, when you don't want a baby, like
That's the
at
best
all,
condom in the
you
world.
wanna
Yes.
whoops.
No.
There ain't no accident.
There is
sometimes.
no-
You be like, what?
But
As soon as you start feeling it,
you know, we're like,
Because
you
even
better okay.
No,
That's
you
a
know
turnover.
what? Because even sometimes they're little swimmers in the pre-ejaculation
That's true.
fluid.
That's
true.
And Ashley is young and fertile.
yes, she is, but maybe his ain't that fertile. His swimmers ain't that fast.
Yeah, he got a
Shooting
little
blanks.
alarm that going. He'd be treating
He
her
has,
like
he
a
has a
toasted
little
strudel.
delay.
He has a little delay.
Yeah.
Can you not? You just ruined that for me.
Sorry.
Jesus. Lord.
It was a meme I saw, and it just the next morning for breakfast, everyone woke up in good spirits.
That breakfast looked so good,
it
by the way.
did.
I don't know. I haven't eaten all day, guys, so I don't know if it's just because
I'm thinking
hungry,
about food right now.
But that pork bacon that Gail King was sizzling up.
she was
And the egg frittatas, I saw spinach and onion and fruit and mimosas and
They should have cooked the dinner last night.
Made it for me, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Well, she tried though. She didn't know.
I love pork bacon.
Whatchamacallits.
I tried to eat
They
the
would have been
turkey,
fired
but
as soon as
I
I
don't
saw
like
that.
pork bacon.
I can't eat. I haven't eaten pork in like 15 years. I can't eat pork.
either.
I like pork
makes me
bacon.
sick.
Yeah.
Me sick,
Bomb.
like dead
I get
sick.
sick. Yeah.
It
Oh, that's
smells so good
unfortunate.
though.
It does
when I
smell
smell like
amazing.
that maple bacon, oh my god!
But mine has to be thick cut. I don't
they
want.
have
Yeah,
beef
like that
bacon
thick
now.
Canadian maple bacon. Lord
I like thick cut
Jesus.
pork bacon. I don't like the
It
thinly sliced
smells
Oscar
so
Mayer.
good. Oh,
I gotta have
no.
some crunch.
So
Who eats
Giselle
Oscar
wakes up
Myers?
and she's in
Not me.
attitude, didn't want to partake in
I was
cooking
really
the breakfast.
disappointed in Giselle for this.
Very
episode.
childish.
I'm gonna
I
leave
was
$20 on the counter
Can
so
we
you
get
can
some
fix the
air?
AC.
And she didn't want to help. What's his face? She didn't want to help clean up.
And the
It's
fact
only
that
fair if we cook and you don't, then you should.
And
And it's like
and
all
the fact
girlfriends
that-
at the house. Like, what are you doing? You're not
At least
the
load the
silly.
dishwasher.
And you know what's ridiculous? The fact that you decided to Google a hotel to leave to the night before.
It's rude.
Like,
No, as
how
soon as you look at the room and
disgusting.
you're like, what's the number for the
It's
hotel?
rude.
But the thing is, Karen kept saying, this is where you stand your ground. I don't think Ashley was wrong in what she did. She just doesn't have balls. It's not about like
do you guys feel like
her.
Ashley should have said like, hey guys, like, because you know what I mean, like I can't accommodate everybody in like the most luxurious way. Some people will have to share bedrooms. Like, do you feel like someone
she should have said,
because she's not
there
friends,
will be a couple people sharing rooms.
Look what Patrick wrote.
But I don't think, because
for
you know
English.
you're going to somebody's house. You're not going to a hotel. So you're not expecting, at least maybe that's just me. Like if I'm going to somebody's house, I don't expect the accommodations per se that I would get at the Ritz-Carlton.
Of course.
And it's somebody's beach house with multiple rooms. So you know every room is not the master bedroom.
Of course.
So I think she should have let them know, but I don't think you need to tell them, oh, actually your room is only 2 square feet.
Yeah.
glow in the
I
dark
probably
stars on the
would have
ceiling.
moved to the couch personally. I'm
Oh,
someone
well, that's fine.
I
Kim
cannot
Fields did it.
sleep in heat. Like at all.
That's fine.
I cannot sleep. I have a roommate
But
who
then
has the
make
heat
do
on
with what
hell.
you have.
Oh, yeah.
Don't try
in
to
the
be
winter,
calling
and I
no
will open my
hotel.
window. I can't
You might
sleep
as well
in heat.
go
It's so
home.
uncomfortable.
I
We gotta stop
agree. No
over-talking.
sleeping in heat.
No,
but
who wants to wake up sweating?
But
with
sleeping
coochie
in
sweat?
heat versus being so rude and disrespectful
That
to
is
the
true.
person that is hosting you, like even if it's uncomfortable,
Yeah.
you're just like, okay, you take it.
But Charisse Googled
and you go
hotels
about it.
too.
I agree. They both were really
disrespectful.
rude. But at least Charisse kind of fessed up to like having a little bit of an attitude the next morning and like being like, I'm sorry, I might be a little crazy, but I'm here for the fun of it, and that's what I'm here for. So I don't know. Giselle was disappointed.
Yeah, I didn't like when Ashley apologized. Giselle was, so you do admit it was shady. It wasn't shady. There was no malice that she was trying to put onto any of the girls. Like,
And the whole rest of the episode, Giselle acts like a bi all completely over
She's
everything.
That was jealous.
Let's
It was
do a
very
contest
jealous.
of your butts. Oh my gosh, when are they coming back with the
but
crap?
okay, but let's
do
talk
this.
about
Let's do that.
They go surfing. Giselle, Charisse, and Karen sit out. They're drinking champagne, which I'm
Wait,
not mad
with
mind
that.
you, let's talk about etiquette. They were drinking champagne out of a margarita glass. Karen, get your life, because that is not etiquette.
At least
boo-boo.
it wasn't a red cup.
But it doesn't matter. You don't drink no champagne out of no margarita
Actually, it would be
glass.
better as a red
Girl,
cup on
first
the
of
I
all,
will drink
so you have
champagne
no
out of my
glass.
Yeah, I was
I'll drink
drinking
it out the
wine out of a
bottle.
margarita glass the other day.
But I'm just saying, Karen, who's etiquette 101,
No, that is true.
is don't practice what you preach, baby mama. Don't do that.
I love champagne.
And shout out to dang, I just forgot the child name. The girls whose house it is.
Ashley?
Yes, because she actually spoke up and was like, I'm sorry, where's your beach house?
Right. Hello.
I appreciated that Ashley like
she said that to Karen
To
Hugo.
Giselle.
she only she said it in her interview,
Yeah,
not
well,
like
no.
to her, but at least she kind of had that in her.
All right, so they do the butt thing, which I was surprised that they actually gave Ashley any
Because
sort
Ashley
of credit.
does have the better butt.
I mean, yeah, but-
nobody
It's just
else
cute,
even
little
had
petite.
a butt.
Teacup.
And what's her name was real upset,
What did she
but
call
she ain't got
herself?
no ass.
No ass
But we've
at
already
all.
had this conversation. Remember when they wore the bathing suits for
modeling for
Yeah.
Karen.
that
and
whole joke with
Charisse.
Ashley. So I mean, with Katie. So why is Katie getting offensive to that?
because she's
Because they've been riding on her back all this time.
Did you guys think when you saw Giselle twerking or trying to do whatever she was doing?
I don't know what the hell that was. She was stiff
did
as
she
a board.
twerk? I was like, wait.
No,
was
she
stiff
did not
as a
twerk.
board.
No,
Her
and then-
back did not.
And she
then-
said her abs
and
were
then her
like she
butt-
Oh, she was
deflected
because she
from-
was saying her abs were tight, and I was like, oh.
But your butt is flat. Why are you over there talking about everybody else? You don't have that great of a
And
body
did you see when they
either.
said, "Oh, let's stand up and you three, let's judge you
Yep.
three"? No
Yeah.
one stood up.
No one
Exactly.
did. Hugo knew to stay her
Yeah,
ass on the
wait,
ground.
Because she
Wait, I
stood up,
have
she's
to-
like, I ain't got none but titties, but I'm aware of.
Wait, when Hugo was getting dressed in the room, I had to rewind because
And
I
she
was
stood
like,
up off the bed?
Granny legs for days. I was like, no, Karen, no.
But she knows what to
Varicose
accentuate.
veins.
She had the
She
breast
needed to get
out.
like a thigh lift.
Oh Jesus!
It was like
sounds so
she said,
crazy.
if that's such a thing, she needs a thigh
She doesn't need a
lift.
thigh lift. She's 55.
Now,
She's
didn't
supposed
Twitter
to.
tell
But
us that
let's
she was
look
in her
55.
40s?
No, 55. My mom is
Who
50.
lied to you
My
on
mom don't
Twitter?
need no
My
thigh
mom is
lift.
58 and she looks great.
Exactly.
I thought on Twitter we
But
just
she's
had a debate
also
about
light-skinned
Karen's
today.
age when this first started, and the
Karen
girl
is
said
not
that
in
she
her
was
40s.
in her
still don't
40s.
That's a
know.
lie. I don't
She's
believe it.
definitely not in
Someone
her
said she's
40s.
in her 50s.
I don't believe it.
I personally give her 62. That's my
That's
guess.
what I said, but then
Like,
it jumped down
yeah.
my throat.
Yeah, my mother's in her 50s. There's no way Karen.
My
Yes.
mom is 64, and she would never be on the beach in any of that because
she
that's not how
probably
she
doesn't
rolls.
need a
But she
thigh
would
lift,
never.
though. Yeah.
look
At least
that
we're
up.
so wrong.
What do you guys think about
Something.
the Ashley Tramp stamp?
That's normal.
I don't have a
There's
thought about
thousands
it.
of
Okay.
girls that have it.
She got a tattoo
Silly.
above her.
She's 27
Get over
or
it.
whatever she is. Who cares?
Katie tells
Y'all got
Charisse.
tramp stamps.
Well, forget that
No.
one.
No, I don't.
I don't
have any
either.
tattoos.
No tattoo.
I wish. See,
I mean,
if
I
I could
have a
go
lot of
back, I have two
tattoos.
small ones, and I want them both removed.
Oh.
How old were you
I
when you
always
got them?
wanted one.
18 and 22.
See, I always wanted one. I never could figure out what I wanted forever, and that's why I never got it.
Yep.
I snuck and did so. Like, I got my belly button when I was 16 pierced. At 18 and 22. But I like my belly piercing still. 12 years later, but I want to get these tattoos gone.
Oh, you just...
And they're not of anyone's
got
name or
shot.
anything silly
I know
like
it's Real
that.
Housewives of Atlanta, but Candy's stomach.
Okay, we're not talking about that.
Wait.
We'll
We'll talk about that at 7 o'clock.
Sorry, when you said that, I was just like...
Yes.
It haunted me
7
last
o'clock,
night.
moving
See, I
on.
need to finish watching
Ashley's cootie stain. Robin was
Cootie
like, bitch,
sweat.
But she
cootie
was
sweat.
so like obvious about it. She was like, "Oh my god, I love my panties and I have a cootie stain." Like, who? You're not 12.
It was like, shut up. You should have never even
Not
said
12.
that. Yeah.
And then we get to dinner where everyone has to say something nice. Robin was grateful for 13 years of friendship with Charisse. Katie thanked Ashley for her own room. Shade. Giselle appreciates
People are
Katie's.
so surprised whenever I say I have tattoos. I have a lot of tattoos.
Girl, she
They're
got
just
one
in
right on
private-
her pussy.
No, I
Oh
don't.
my
right
goodness.
there.
I can imagine.
It's like an arrow.
No, they're all in hidden places, but there's not one on my
Like, I could
cootie.
picture you having, like, lipstick tatted on your pussy.
It's like a handprint.
Kiss my lips, baby. Like,
Kiss my lips, both
Pink-
of them,
pink, and they're
all
pink.
of them. Right.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god.
Hello.
hello,
You'll never
lover.
know.
Giselle appreciates Katie. The shade. Talk about shade.
And then
Yes.
Katie tried to act all I tried to act like all like oblivious.
Did she
I
just
felt
call
like
me
that was
stupid?
no. I felt like what Katie said about thanking her for the room. I felt like that was so intentional. But she acted
of
like,
course.
oh wait,
Of course.
I forgot it's still sensitive. But then Giselle came and scalped her ass.
Yeah, and she was mad. Did she just
Unassumingly
call me stupid?
smart.
Unassumingly smart is one of the most tasteful ways I've heard of someone ever being called dumb ever.
Yeah.
I'm taking that. I'm putting that in my word bank.
You are so
And
unassumingly smart.
Charisse should have pulled the
your
card
little
because
pretty
if
self.
that's supposed to be like a positive situation, and she's done this before, there needs to be no shade. It's silly. No one
Exactly.
was throwing shade.
Well, I love these moments like this. I don't know if you all have ever had them. I was talking to Jesse when we
Yes.
were watching the whole sister circle type
Yeah,
thing.
I love them.
Where you unintentionally you have good intentions. I don't know if you all have done it either. Where you have good
Yeah.
intentions and you're saying good stuff,
But
and
then
then
you
by
have to
the
say
end of the
something.
night,
When you drink
You
too
have
much,
good intentions,
it's
but
waterworks everywhere.
you don't like, and everybody's crying.
you
but
tell
you
people
don't like
stuff
everybody.
you always said.
Right.
I would never tell anyone this. But
People
guess
are hugging
what?
it out, crying.
Well,
Yes.
Charisse says we're going to see a lot of that because she said the difference about this show is that since they all were friends before, we're going to start to see a lot of them coming together, helping
Well,
each
can
other
we
through.
please? It's episode 12,000. Can we?
and
get
I'm still
something?
asleep. I'm still bored as hell.
I was still waiting
Yeah.
for Katie to admit to a drug habit, and I
Well,
was
we gotta
like,
wait till
very
They're
next week for
stretching
that.
that though.
They
I
really
can't.
are. But so, what do you think that Robin is gonna say?
Wait, but
that
Oh.
somebody spent all their damn money
Somebody
and she broke
stole
his
their
tail,
money.
but we already know
she
that.
said, and
And
she
that's
said
why
that.
they only had $25.
But we know you ain't got no money. Who cares who did it? You ain't got no money.
No, it is really sad
does
though that
matter
a
to them.
friend did that to them.
That's why you have to.
That happens all the time. Friends are like, ooh, invest in my this, or ooh, can you do this? Can you spot me this? And that's how people lose their money. They friends and their family come
Yeah.
after their money when they have
And
money.
you also have to, we don't know, it should be noted that we don't know how it happened, but you also have to take personal inventory. If someone keeps asking you to invest in something, there has to be a debt, like, no. For the next project.
I gave this to
and
them, bitch.
if you're giving your friend, kind of like ruling power over an account or a division of an account or
That's
something.
what it sounded
still,
like.
That's what it sounded
But
like. to me.
that's
their
still
friend
on
was
you.
their
That is on
accountant.
you.
That's on you,
There's
just
no
like your
way. I
accountant.
don't care however much money I have. I'm gonna be logging into Citibank, whoever running my
Yes.
money, and checking my Citibank
Did
account.
we learn nothing from
I
Tony
don't know, I don't
Braxton?
have time for
Said,
you to
make sure you
Sign
always
your own
checks.
checks. She told
Yes,
Tony
you
You
Braxton
don't
Yeah.
never
that.
let a bitch
Yes.
sign your check
And
for
No,
you.
man.
You
and
sign
Oprah
your
signs
own
off
check.
everything, even to the
Yes.
littlest detail
Yeah.
Yes,
on own. Oprah
I
signs
still
everything.
have to sign my own checks every time.
Yeah.
So you can be like, wait, what is that?
What did
Yeah.
you guys think as far as, we're always talking about etiquette, we're always talking about, these girls always want to shade Ashley or Katie if they say or do something inappropriate, but then Giselle shares with the girls her intimate moment was that she drinks a tea that makes you basically shit the next day. So
Flat
she went
tummy
to go
tea,
meet with
Instagram
her
model.
Mr. Miami
And blew up his bathroom, his hotel
I think
bathroom.
it's silly,
That
and
was
it
funny.
goes to show how Giselle is very petty. Sorry, that this is a serious conversation, and
Yeah.
like that was like such a waste of time. Just like everything else she said the whole episode, she's been acting immature.
Yep. We get Charisse talking about her divorce, crying, and
again.
She says, I don't care about the material stuff.
Lies.
Karen brings up that she can't fix
Or
what
you would have
she
been
can
gone
share.
a long time ago. Stop playing. Like,
No
you do
shade.
care about the material stuff.
shade.
Stop lying.
Her mom has early demencia.
That was sad.
Robin
I can
cries.
relate to that.
'Cause
Not with
dementia
my
sucks.
mother, knock on wood. Where's some wood? Pray Jesus. But
Amen.
my grandmother was like that, and it runs in my family. So my mom's the youngest of 10, but I have an uncle
It's scary.
that is
It's very
dealing with it,
scary.
and I have an aunt that's dealing with it. But my grandma had it for like the last, I want to say, like 20 years, 15,
You learn
20
a
years
lot
of her
about
life.
people.
Yeah, you
She thought
are.
it was her sister.
Yeah.
She thought it was her sister, Olivia.
She thought my grandma thought my dad was her husband, and anytime my mom would come around, she thought he was sleeping with her and like would cause a
And the
huge
tea was
scene.
spilled
Oh
from
my
1940s
God.
that you didn't know
No,
about.
so much tea came out. I was like, yeah.
But it's not fun.
It's not fun.
I
No.
could
Very
relate to Karen when
difficult.
she said, I can't imagine, because my mom is my best friend too. I could not imagine my mother not knowing who I am one day. Like, the thought of that is getting me
like
emotional.
looking at you and like you're not like.
They don't know
Or calling
you.
you by another name.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma used to call my aunt, because my aunt was like her caretaker, and she used to call, she thought my aunt was her mom. And I could imagine that was very difficult on my aunt too. That wasn't the easiest thing. And I wonder if you ever eventually numb out to something like that, or if it's something that bothers you every time it happens.
Some people decide to keep going. Some people, it's like, you know what, I can't.
Because you can't correct
No.
them.
Yeah.
No.
That's a waste
That
of
causes-
energy.
And it causes sometimes more
Friction.
and problems with the
Yeah,
person.
that is
So,
true.
yeah.
All right, so we're going to predictions because they're rushing
Your
us.
AfterBuzz TV
Starving.
predictions.
Giselle versus Katie. She thinks she has a drug problem. She's going to bring it up at the.
Please have a drug problem. Please have a drug problem. And I don't want to say.
I mean, they're
it.
hyping
We
it
don't
up
need
so
anything
much.
negative, but
Yes.
watch. It's gonna be a drug problem or not a drug problem.
It's gonna be
And
something
then-
like Ritalin.
And then next week, all they're gonna talk about is how Ashley's husband showed up to
the
a
gay-
drag
to the
queen
drag
club,
queen.
Yeah.
which is silly.
Which I'm still like, why y'all mad?
I can't believe Karen got all thug gangster
Yeah.
about it. Like, chill out, homegirl.
I'm like, I guess
Like,
I have to
what
see
you
the
got in your
episode.
closet?
right.
You worried you gonna accidentally slip up on his
Why-
dick, and that's why he
why-
can't be in the
yeah.
house? Like,
Why
what is
would Ray be
happening?
mad?
By the way, the fam in the live chat says that Robin needs a GoFundMe.
Oh.
We should
She
press
does
that,
have
yeah.
2 kids. I'm not like that struggle is real, girl. You got
I wouldn't.
2
That's
little
someone I wouldn't
kids.
be too upset for. To
I just
well,
want
no,
her to
not
talk
you work in
faster.
marketing and sales,
I just
girl.
want her
Come
to
on, you
talk
can do better.
faster.
You're on television.
She talks too slow.
People hold you
She's
to a
making
higher
a check
standard.
for this show, so she's fine.
Hopefully, she makes second
Just
season.
sell your old house.
Which
like,
is
go get a
interesting that we haven't
cute
heard
little
that there's a
condo.
second season.
Because
I don't think
hopefully
this-
They
there's
probably haven't
not
been
going
renewed.
to be.
They're
I
gonna
think
try and
there
see what
might-
Dallas
think they're
does. I
gonna
think.
be. No, I
Dallas
think they'll
is
be.
from what I'm hearing from insiders is about to slay these girls.
And I
Better
can't
slay.
said that
They've
about
been
this.
trying to do Dallas
For
but they've been
years,
trying to do
yeah.
Dallas since the beginning and haven't been
Yeah.
able to pull it off. So
I know there's no women of color on the Dallas cast. I don't think.
I thought
the
there
one
was
in
a
the middle,
light-skinned girl.
but no. From
They,
what I
they
saw
only
in the
do that
promo.
to Atlanta
Isn't
and
Dallas
Potomac.
very segregated though?
You know what?
People say that, but I've heard
My
that it's
experience in
not.
Dallas was
parts
never
of it.
like that, but I
Okay.
heard one of the women that I work with, you know, the show that I work on, was telling me that her husband used to play in Dallas, and I guess that she said it was the most racist place she's ever been to. But every time I go to Dallas, I have a fantastic time.
Well, I've heard that it's like
But
a
I'm not in
great
the
time,
she-she
but it's
frou-frou
very
areas.
separate.
I'm down at
Like
Big T.
the money is very separate.
I'm down at Fuel City Tacos. Like, I'm at Onyx. Like, I'm that girl.
Okay.
Well, on that note, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit us
Well,
up
what
at
else is
AfterBuzz
going
TV on
on?
Twitter,
All right.
Instagram, and Facebook. You guys can also check us out on iTunes. Hit me up at DJ Jesse J and JesseJane.com.
Where you
that's
at?
Right. I'm at Stewart Starlet.
Oh, I saw your website.
Looking
it's
at
so
Jesse
cool.
Janedy's website.
Yeah. You guys can find me on Instagram at Pinky English as well as on Twitter, English Speaks.
Char says so on everything.
Boom. Till next week, same time, same place, or we'll see you at 7. Peace.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
For the most part, I would say.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.